what I want you to say to fear. Okay, and what? Okay, won't stop my show. We must go. That's how I want you to address fear moving forward. Sometimes you have to put the fear in the back seat and understand that, okay, I understand that the fear is here, but fear doesn't mean that I'm going to stop. Fear doesn't mean full stop and I can't continue on. Fear means I acknowledge that the fear is here. Why is the fear here? I understand the reason why the fear is here, and I'm going to continue to walk on in my journey, understanding that fear is here. And sometimes fear is necessary, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to continue on to move forward. I want to give credit where credit is due because I read this book. So in the book Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, she had this great analogy that she used about fear. And so she recognized that fear is always there. So she gave the analogy of being the driver in the car, right? She's a driver in the car, working on her dreams, working on her goals, working on her creations, and she understands that fear is going to be in the car with her, but she puts the fear in the back seat and she's going to continue to drive the car and understand that the fear, it'll be back there, but she's going to still continue to drive this car. And I look at fear being a little bit different, and I want to go deeper into that analogy and the way that I interpret that analogy because I'm a visual creature. That's just how my brain works. So when I read the book, I'm looking at the fear. I'm looking at myself driving the car, and I'm looking at fear in the back seat, right? So I'm looking at a baby as fear. I'm looking at a toddler or infant as the fear. And it's just almost like when you put the baby in the back seat, in the car seat, they're going to scream and yell and make all these noise and all the sounds. And I don't want to be back here in the car seat. I don't want to be back here in the car seat. That's the fear. The fear is so loud and screaming to you, telling you, hey, I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. That is the fear. The baby is the fear, just screaming to you and yelling and yelling and yelling. But the baby needs to go in the back seat. The baby needs to go in the car seat. You have to strap the baby in. You need to be safe. So understand that sometimes fear is necessary because fear also protects us from danger. So understand that, hey, it's okay. I'm just going to buckle you up. And the baby is going to scream and cry probably for a mile or two. And sooner or later, the cries will get softer and softer and softer and more silent and more silent. And then sometimes the cries will turn into laughter. Sometimes the cries will turn into a nap. You have to put the fear in the back seat, buckle it up, and just go on along your journey. And along your journey, the fear will get quieter and quieter and quieter, just like the baby. Just like the baby. It's going to kick and scream in the beginning, but guess what? Play another song. Play their favorite song. Put on their favorite movie and allow your nervous system to relax in the knowing that I'm the driver and I'm just making sure that you're safe right now, and all the kicking and screaming that you're doing, you'll calm down sooner or later because I'm going to keep driving. I'm going to ignore you and play your favorite song, play your favorite movie, and sooner or later, you'll start to laugh. You might even fall asleep. So that's how I look at that analogy. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth Gilbert. So that's how I look at fear too. It's there, it's loud in the beginning, but it'll quiet down sooner or later. And I'm going to continue to drive this car, and you can kick and scream back there. You can do whatever you want, but understand you are going to stay back there in the back seat, and you are going to stay back there, and I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to keep driving this car. I want you to look at fear the same way. So fear doesn't mean full stop. Fear doesn't mean that I have this big fear, so that means I can't do it. It's going to feel like you can't do it, just like the baby. The baby's going to feel like, oh, I can't be here. I can't do it. Get me out of here. But you can. You'll be okay. I promise you, you will. I promise you, you will. Fear doesn't mean put the baby in the front seat with me now and let the baby drive the car. Do you see how crazy that sounds? You are in control, not the fear, not the baby. You are the adult. You are in control of this car, which is your life, which is your body, which is your soul's mission on this earth. You are in control. So don't let the fear control you. Would you let a toddler control you and say, hey, let me get in your lap and drive this car and get a ticket and get in a car accident and something happens? So don't let fear do the same thing to you. It's made up. It is made up. So when you're doing something new, the fear is going to be there. No one is saying that I never experienced fear at all. The fear is always there, but it's back there in the car seat. I'm not worried about it. Okay. And that's what I want you to say to fear. Okay. And what? Okay. Won't stop my show. We must go. That's how I want you to address fear moving forward. Overcome your fears. Once you overcome your fears, life is going to open up for you. Trust me, I've done it time and time and time again. Once you overcome your fears, life will look brighter. You know what? Things will even start to smell better. Your vision will be clearer. You'll look better. Your skin will be clearer. You'll think that you're macho man around here like, I did it. I made it. Yes,